on the road and hungry for a win. Against the Western Conference rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan and our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who we'll be hearing from shortly. This homestand ends here for the Clippers as they get ready to hit the road.
And this is what the NBA is all about, competition. That's why rivalries do matter.
They do. It's good for the sport, the TV ratings, the fans, but most of all, when you're a player in this kind of game, the adrenaline rush is incredible.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Steph Curry's out there with Kent Bazemore. Then there's Pachulia. Then it's Aaron Gordon. And it's Ingram in the 3 spot. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature.
And here is Lin following the three-pointer by Jokic. Lin kicks to Jokic. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. 6 points for Jokic.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
Back to Curry. Clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hollis Jefferson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Bazemore passes to Ingram. San Antonio again missing. And it's the Clippers' ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Jokic, no good. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Curry dishes to Gordon. To the paint. And Bazemore kicks to Gordon. Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the three.
Curry against Lin. There's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Curry leading the charge.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. A guy who can lead this team and wants to get his guys open looks.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Hollis Jefferson's got his second basket of the game. Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to Houston.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Curry gets the bucket.
Stephen Curry shooting a three is like a layup.
And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. So it's the Spurs now. It's a three-point game. Bazemore on the wing. Picked his pocket. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Poor timing on that play causes the turnover.
Spurs trail by 3. Outside Curry. And the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 5.
Now he's one of the best of the business in scoring inside the paint. That is dangerous.
And that one, good.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Picked by Pachulia. Curry kicks to Pachulia. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 5. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Pachulia, good.
And just the fact that Curry doesn't force anything, just runs the offense the way it's supposed to.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Now here's Curry. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Bazemore passes to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
And at 6'9", Ingram is constantly on the prowl for these dunks. An incredible athlete who just finishes with ease near the hoop.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
There's the steal. Hollis Jefferson, good. 6 points for him.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Picked by Pachulia. Curry kicks to Pachulia. Here's Bazemore. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
And the long arm and explosiveness of Bazemore make him a factor above the rim.
Dropping dimes all night. He's been completely locked in.
Unselfish basketball. That'll make you very popular amongst your teammates.
The Spurs shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Curry's stroke is so effortless, especially from the free throw line. Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Good if it goes. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
A little joke right at the buzzer.
It's been all about Stephen. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. Smitty, you were very much the prototypical wing player during your career. When you look around the league, which current player reminds you, say, most of yourself and your style?
You know, I think a guy, he's getting a little bit older, but I think the most, a similar guy for me was Joe Johnson. Some of the guys I love watching right now is definitely not that long, and a guy that can create that much space is Giannis because he can handle the basketball. I'm looking forward to watching Ben Simmons. I like the 6'8", 6'9" guys that can handle the basketball, but I would say Joe Johnson, and he's still going.
On the court for San Antonio. They've got Carter. Jones is out there with Olynyk. Then it's Simmons. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. And the Spurs, Greg, one of the best defensive teams in the league for 2 seasons running.
And it's really all about execution. They seem to just move in concert and stay connected. No silly fouls. And with their length, nothing easy inside.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Find some space out beyond the arc.
Jones kicks to Olynyk. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And it's Bullock missing. San Antonio leading. Olynyk the pass to Van Vliet. Screen by Olynyk. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Jones. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Pass to Adebayo. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And San Antonio also making a switch. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Jones. Drills the three-pointer.
And listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
Back to Lynn. Horford with the screen on Simmons. Here's Lynn. He can't get that one to fall. Great tee that time from Hibbert. And Greg Popovich, also the head coach of the U.S. national men's basketball team, a former military man himself, and of course, guys, very passionate about his country.
You're totally right, Kevin. He's been outspoken, but his actions speak even louder. Doing a lot of charity work in San Antonio for disadvantaged youth. He cares, his players know it, and it's a part of what makes him a great man.
Olynyk, a screen on Lynn. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
The Spurs shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Well, the last few seasons haven't been easy for the Clippers. They've had some of their best teams, but are clearly a cut below from contending with the other heavy hitters in the West. You wonder if the window has closed on this team.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And the Clippers would look to stay in the picture, stay the course. You don't tear down a 50-win team.
You know, that's a hard decision, but they'll have to reevaluate with this new roster. It's a reshuffle, not a rebuild, but the West not getting any easier.
Clippers trail by 4. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Curry dishes to Gordon. Lets it go. And the shot is long.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
It's Curry outside. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Stephen Curry's catch-and-shoot jump shot is one of the quickest in the league.
And Bazemore kicks to Gordon. Back to Bazemore. Offensive rebound. Hibbert, the pass to Gordon. In the corner, it's Ingram. From deep three-point range. And Curry, the bucket on the assist from Ingram. 16 points for Steph Curry. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lynn.
Has his man, just misses with the pass. Not sure what happened on that play.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Right side Curry. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's three-pointers off the mark. Clippers trail by 11. Out to the wing. Outside, Lynn. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert. Here's Gordon. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And as we welcome you back, we begin our... San Antonio leading by 11.
And Al Horford, just so versatile. You know, that extends to the defensive end as well. Very mobile, can move his feet with smaller players, and at the same time gives you a presence on the interior.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Manny Harris. Adebayo is out there with Zach Randolph. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Harris in at the one spot. Spurs passing it around. Curry, good. And Horford won't wow you with his athleticism. But Greg, he's still a pretty good shot blocker.
He has great timing, anticipation, and awareness. Don't forget also he's got terrific hands, and you see that with all the steals he racks up.
And the second free throw, good. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Spurs leading by 14. Dishes it to Bazemore. Gordon a screen. Bazemore with it. And it's Horford picking him up. Curry with another miss. The Clippers shoot 43% from the floor. A nice shot by Lynn.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Ingram's got 5.
No stopping Ingram when he's in a rhythm like this, especially when he gets a pass in a spot he loves to pull from.
Well, Smitty, we're in an era where there are just a handful of absolutely unreal scores in the league, but if you had to pick one who makes it look the easiest or the best, who's your pick?
You're right. You have so many guys on Harden, Durant, Westbrook. But the one guy I think it makes it look the easiest, I would probably have to say Klay Thompson, because he doesn't need anything but to catch and shoot. And he's getting not just 20s and 30s, but he can go off for 60, 50s and 60s. That's the guy that makes it look the easiest.
Lynn kicks to Jokic. And it's good off the back rim and in. Jokic has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. Pachulia dishes to Gordon. Jokic with the steal. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it in a hurry.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor.
The Spurs making a switch here. Hibbert's checked in. Curry passes to Ingram. Passes to Bazemore. Curry on the wing. 5 on the clock. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Spurs leading by 6. Curry kicks to Hibbert. Back to Curry. Hibbert with a screen for Curry. Back to Hibbert. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
You got to give a ton of credit to the screener. That play easily opened up the easy layup for his teammate.
Lynn. San Antonio with the rebound. Hibbert's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
Lynn the pass to Jokic. Misses the 3. San Antonio's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. The Spurs offense, one of the most efficient in the NBA. It's all predicated, Greg, on motion.
And it's ball movement and player movement. They kind of want to warp the defense and force mistakes, and that's when they strike.
Lynn with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Bazemore, and the dunk by Bazemore.
Kent Bazemore, very limber, attacking the rim. He's an athlete.
Lynn kicks to Connaughton. Lynn against Curry. Fires from 14. Lynn's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And there's the 3-second violation. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And the Clippers are known as a high wire act, and rightfully so with their stars. This team is also one that can at times lock it down defensively. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do on that side of the ball.
Roy Hibbert's checked in for Terrence Jones. Olynyk has the open look. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Olynyk's got 6.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
You know what they've done? They've been aggressive on both ends. That's showing up on the scoreboard.
The Clippers not a team known for their defense, but quite often the last few years, it's been the deciding factor for them in games.
Yeah, and I think it starts with the pressure they place on ball handlers. They can throw double teams or pick up far out from the hoop. They've got shot blocking inside to erase mistakes as well.
Here's Horford. In the corner, it's Lynn. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Lynn's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and give it up for the feed from Horford. He's a playmaker, and you love having a big man show off that kind of vision.
Here's Van Vliet. Six to shoot. Hibbert with the screen. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs going into the break with a hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. And here is Los Angeles now on the floor for San Antonio. Carter out there with Roy Hibbert. Then it's Simmons. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Van Vliet in at the one. Harris kicks to Randolph. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Randolph's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. Here's Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Clippers trail by 10. Harris kicks to Randolph. It's stolen by Carter. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight. Van Vliet. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the first one drops.
When you think about a great system and great execution, you think of the San Antonio Spurs. Not the most athletic team. You won't see a bunch of dunks or fast break points. If you love the game, you have to admire how they get things done.
They double him with Simmons. Outside Randolph. Clock at 4. Bullock dishes to Harris. That's tipped. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Spurs leading by 9. And we've seen a litany of role players come to San Antonio and shoot guys career highs.
Well, you know, especially shooters. This offense gives them the cleanest look they can ask for. There's no great secret in their strategy. It's all in the execution.
He kicks to Bullock. Lets it go from deep. Harris missing again. Spurs shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Olynyk the pass to Hibbert. Rejected by Randolph. Harris kicks to Bullock. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. He dishes it to Harris. Here's Bullock. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Olynyk's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And the league has taken some measure to keep the pace of the game going, which I think is good. Getting players to the court more quickly after timeouts. Just carving some seconds. Sometimes they add up over the course of a game to make it seem faster, to keep the rhythm of the game. You like that direction, Steve?
I love that direction, especially for the fan to get a chance to watch it. I love all the little, like you said, nuances to keep this game moving. I would love to see, even when a coach calls a timeout, if he doesn't want to take the time, that they can continue to keep playing. If both coaches agree, just to have a timeout, because sometimes you just want to have a break. You might want to turn it over. You call timeout. You don't have to have it strategized. Just keep playing.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Lynn the pass to Connaughton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Carter. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Spurs leading by 14. Outside Curry. Pachulia into the lane. Kicks it to Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. They double him with Horford. Ingram dishes to Pachulia. Shot to end this full run. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Curry kicks it to Bazemore. Picked by Pachulia. Back to Curry. Feeds it to Ingram. Curry attacking. A beautiful reverse layup. Curry's got 23.
You gotta love his commitment to drive the basketball to the paint.
And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Spurs leading by 14. We've got 1:55 left in the game. Curry, good.
And we see it all the time, guys. You get the big lead, maybe check out mentally, but not tonight.
They have this game in hand, but they're still pouring it on.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Outside Gordon. To the paint. Pachulia the pass to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ingram kicks to Gordon. Jokic with the steal.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Steph Curry.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Well, you look back at the Clippers and what hurdles they've had to jump through, and they've faced a lot of bad luck over the last couple years, especially with injuries.
You know, this team can't catch a break, and it always seems like it's when playoff time is around. Always, it seems like one of their key star players are missing in the postseason. It happens year after year. It stunts their title hopes.
Bazemore for 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Ingram dishes to Curry. Now here's Pachulia. And stolen by Horford. Lynn, from deep three-point range, misses the shot. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.